Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's another fine day here in Kisumu. The weather is fantastic. I don't know where you're watching this video from. Maybe you could let me know whether you are watching it within the borders or outside the country. Just if you are in Kenya, just say Kenya and the country. If you are outside, please, I would also want to know where majority of our subscribers are residing in. William Samoei Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, has been campaigning for the last 7 years or 10 years to succeed his boss, President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. As Kenyans were heading to the elections of 2017, William Ruto was already scheming on how he was going to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. He schemed so well to an extent that President Uhuru Kenyatta was actually shocked just after the election. After that election, President Uhuru Kenyatta realized that majority of people who were supporting him, his key supporters, were locked out in the larger Mount Kenya region. That gamble by the deputy president actually paid off, and that's why he's been able to get hold of the larger Mount Kenya region. Assuming people like William Kabando managed to win in the last election, I don't think personally William Ruto would have made entry into the larger Mount Kenya region the way he has done. But one question which most Kenyans are asking, will William Samoei Ruto succeed in his bid of succeeding President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Because it's just a matter of months now. And assuming William Ruto will win the presidency, will he be sworn in as the next president of the Republic of Kenya? We've seen people winning in this country without being sworn in. William Ruto's calculation was very simple, and it was going to get in the way he had anticipated. William Ruto studied Kenyan politics, and he realized that Kenyan politics required only two things. The first thing it required is money, and the second thing it requires is actually treble arithmetics. So the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins make what Mutai Ngunyi would call tyranny of numbers. So William Ruto figured out, and he entered into an agreement with the Kikuyu nation through President Uhuru Kenyatta. So he had that. He also needed the money for the campaigns. So in the last 10 years since Jubilee government took over, William Ruto embarked on a journey of accumulating monies specifically for campaigns. I don't want you to ask me how, but he focused on acquiring wealth or money for campaigns. In this country today, William Ruto can actually single-handedly fund a presidential campaign. But will the deputy president succeed? In this video, I want to explain to you guys why personally, I could be wrong, I think William Ruto is going to lose to Raila Amolo Odinga in 2022. Before we do that, in case you are watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Now, let me get back to the main question. Can William Ruto succeed in becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya? If William Ruto will win in August, then he's going to make history as the first individual to contest the presidency once and winning. If you look at the history of Kenya since multipartyism, Kibaki tried, Uhuru tried. Raila also has always tried. So he will make history. The second fact is that William Ruto will also make history as the only individual in this country who has never lost election up to the presidency. Raila Odinga never lost election until the time he started running for the presidency. Sorry for that interruption a bit. That was my boy. Okay. So we're saying William Ruto would make history as the only individual in this country to have won the presidency in his first attempt. And he will also make history as the only individual in this country who has never lost election. Because if he wins the presidency, rest assured, William Ruto will retain it. But I don't think William Ruto is going to win this election. One day he will become the president, but not this one, Okma. Why? He's going to lose to Raila Amolo Odinga. Why? Number one, the Mount Kenya voting bloc. For William Ruto to win the presidency, he must have Mount Kenya solidly behind him. That's the first thing he must do. Is Mount Kenya region solidly behind William Ruto? That's the question. The question is, William Ruto commands the support of the larger Mount Kenya region. But the entry of Martha Karua is complicating the equations for him. William Ruto has camped in the larger Mount Kenya region for 4 good years. It is surprising that even today, William Ruto can still camp in that region. It means that there is something which he also feels is not right, and therefore he must camp there. His strategy was simple. William Ruto just needed the Kikuyu votes, the Kalenjin votes, the support of the deep state, and then a small entry into the larger Luhya nation and the coastal region. His calculation was that he was going to make a good progress compared to Uhuru Kenyatta in those 2 regions. So he banked on the Mount Kenya region. I don't think that today in this country, William Ruto can go to Mount Kenya region and tell them anything new or something new. He has told them everything. He has actually exhausted everything he had for them. If it's a matter of promise, there is nothing he has not promised the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. If it's about Raila Odinga, there's nothing new he can tell them about Raila Odinga, which boils down to early campaigns. I think early campaigns was good for Ruto, but again, it was not good for him, especially camping. He needed to have created scarcity. A scarce project, a scarce product would have sold at this hour. Today in Mount Kenya region, Martha Karua is coming and making the contest between Karua and Gachagua. It's something new. The prospect of a woman is something new in the mountain, and a lot of people have started now to change. And again, banking on the larger Mount Kenya region without the system is going to hurt William Ruto more, because in Mount Kenya region, many votes were inflated. Raila Odinga's votes were deflated. It can't happen in this time because Uhuru is also keen on not being embarrassed. Number 2, William Ruto is also going to lose this election because of his choice of a running mate. That's the truth. William Ruto chose Rigathi Gachagua over any other person. His choice was based on the fact that Rigathi Gachagua can mobilize, that he needed someone to mobilize the larger Mount Kenya region. The question I'm asking, and maybe you could answer me, is there any vote, any single vote from Mountain, which Gachagua can actually bring to Ruto? Any single vote? The truth of the matter is that there is not a single vote from Mountain Gachagua can bring to Ruto. The only thing which can happen is that he can take away William Ruto's support from the larger Mount Kenya region. I've seen the reaction. Since Martha Karua was nominated, I've seen several Kikuyus who are now saying because of that choice, they're now going to support Azimio. So the choice of Rigathi Gachagua is going to cost Ruto in several ways. Rigathi Gachagua is not presidential. So anybody in his own mind or in his right mind voting for Ruto and Gachagua ticket would ask himself whether that ticket, should anything happen to Ruto, whether Rigathi Gachagua can actually become the president of the Republic of Kenya. So the choice of Rigathi, in my view, I don't know what prompted the DP, but it's a wrong choice for him. I'm certain, because I know so many people, even on this channel, who are supporting Ruto, and with the choice of Rigathi Gachagua, they're now saying no. So the choice was a wrong choice for the DP. But if it's for politics of the larger Mount Kenya region, maybe he was right, because politics, again, is a game of numbers, whether real or perceived. The third reason why Ruto is going to lose is the division within Kenya Kwanza. You know, William Ruto was desperate on crafting an alliance. He did that. He brought so many people on board. But already there is division. This division, if not well managed, are going to escalate. And the moment they escalate, they are going to hurt his campaign. Yesterday, the other day, and today, William Ruto has been in the larger Mount Kenya region. And the information from the ground is that other political parties within the Kenya Kwanza from the larger Mount Kenya region, that is ile chama cha Moses Kuria chama cha kazi already complaining, Service Party complaining, Jibebe complaining that William Ruto is publicly in the rallies just endorsing UDA candidates and not the others. These guys can decide to sabotage that campaign. Just the same way it happened in Nyandarua when that aspirant, the Service Party candidate for Nyandarua gubernatorial seat, stood up and warned Ruto against Rigathi Gachagua. You go to Coast, Aisha Jumwa and Amason Kingi. The fight is not very good for them. You go to Mombasa, for example, I saw UDA trying to consolidate their support base, and then the power of Kingi also separately. So those fights, they might appear small, but they are going to escalate. Number 4 is the deep state. Can William Ruto manage to fight off the deep state? Can he? I want to leave that to you. But the deep state is deeper than deep. The truth is, general election is a huge event, 1 or 2 day event. When the deep states are deployed, then they can disorient you. They can make you believe you're winning, yet they're just setting you up. Number 5, in my view, I think William Ruto lost the hustler narrative. If there's one thing which was selling in this country, which was actually spreading like bushfire in this country, was the hustler narrative. I don't know who convinced Ruto to come up with a new narrative, the bottoms up. Nobody is able to explain bottoms up. Even Alice Wahome is unable to explain that bottom up approach. They can only say bottom up, bottom up. The hustler narrative was resonating so well to everybody, to including William Ruto is today called a hustler because of that hustler narrative. So the hustler narrative is being lost somewhere here. William Ruto promised mama mbogas, watu wa pikipiki, common people positions on the negotiating table. Today, you can't point out any hustler who is a gubernatorial candidate, any hustler who is actually a running mate of a governor, any hustler who is actually a senatorial candidate. Very few, very few. So with Raila nominated Martha Karua, you cannot say that Martha Karua is not a hustler. So basically what Raila has done is that he has tried to counter that, but the fact is William Ruto should have continued with the hustler narrative. It was more catchy, more resonating than what they are calling the bottoms up. And lastly, I think there is going to be fatigue. Just like Raila Odinga's supporters are fatigued, there's going to be fatigue, especially after campaigning for almost 5 years non-stop with propaganda. William Ruto and the team are so good in propaganda. The disadvantage of propaganda is that sometimes they cheat the supporters. You see, when you come up with a propaganda that Raila Odinga was in Narok and the people walked out on him, it's a propaganda for the day. The next time videos of Raila Odinga being received, being given that state house will come to light. What will you explain? You claim that Moi Kibaki's grandson did not greet Raila Odinga. It sends a very serious signal that the Kibaki family don't love Raila. Then the next day, the thing you see is Jimmy Wanjigi endorsing Raila Molo Odinga. What will it say? The next time you say that, okay, Uhuru is unpopular and therefore should not be campaigning for Raila, the way I saw Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru say, then Uhuru strategically takes a back seat from the campaign. Then all of you goes outside there and say that Uhuru Kenyatta is not supporting Raila because Raila Odinga cannot be sold. Then tomorrow you'll see Uhuru Kenyatta going to the ground. So in my view, I think William Ruto need to have stuck with his original messaging of sending messages. No, not this idea of going on with the current information so that anytime anything new is coming up, that's what they go with to the ground. Like now the issue of women. Moses Wetangula and the rest are going out with them. But as much as they are trying to discredit Martha Karua, the thing they are doing is that their messaging is not coming out the way they intend to. They are coming out as if people who are fighting a woman. I don't know what to think. That's my take. I don't think William Ruto is going to succeed in this particular election. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.